Have you ever wondered why, as we age, the societal expectations to stay constantly active and busy only seem to grow stronger? What if I told you that the secret to a more joyful life after your 60s isn't about doing more, but perhaps doing less? Today we're going to explore 7 things that you might consider stopping, not to do less per se, but to live more fully, more deeply, and yes, more joyfully. As the years pass, it's easy to get caught up in routines and the hustle of everyday life. But it's essential to ask ourselves whether these actions bring us true happiness or just fill our time. This video will guide you through some transformative steps that can lighten your daily load and enhance your happiness. Each step is a move towards embracing the beauty of life's later years, with less stress and more genuine contentment. Are you ready to find out what these 7 things are and how you can stop them to live a happier life? Let's dive in and discover how simplifying your commitments can lead to a richer, more fulfilled existence. Stop over-planning every detail. How often do you find yourself micromanaging every aspect of your day, week, or even year? While planning is essential, especially as we age and prioritize our health and commitments, there comes a point where it can become more burdensome than beneficial. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that every minute must be scheduled, every event orchestrated down to the last detail, and every possibility considered. But let's pause for a moment. Think about the last time you had a spontaneous moment. Perhaps a surprise call from an old friend or an impromptu walk through the park on a sunny day. Didn't those moments bring a surprising amount of joy? The truth is, spontaneity can bring a fresh breath of air to our lives, breaking the monotony and allowing us to experience joy in its purest form. So, how can we start letting go of this need to overplan? First, try setting aside free periods in your day or week that are deliberately unscheduled. Use this time to engage in activities that you genuinely enjoy, or perhaps do nothing at all. It's about allowing life to happen without the constraints of a meticulous plan. Secondly, challenge yourself to say yes to unexpected invitations or opportunities that arise, even if they weren't part of your original plan. These instances can often lead to the most memorable and enjoyable experience. And let's interact here. Think about one thing this week you can do spontaneously. What's one activity or event you can leave unplanned and see how it unfolds? It could be as simple as a meal out, without checking the reviews first, or a walk in a new part of town. Let yourself be surprised by the richness that unscripted moments can bring to your life. Reducing the urge to control every detail not only lessens stress, but also opens us up to new possibilities that rigid scheduling might never allow. Remember, it's not about abandoning planning altogether, but finding a balance where plans serve you, not the other way around. Stop holding grudges. Holding on to past hurts and grudges is like carrying a backpack filled with stones on a long journey. It only weighs you down and tires you out. As we grow older, the energy required to sustain these grudges becomes even more taxing, and frankly, it's not worth your peace of mind. Why let old wounds continue to rob you of joy today? Forgiveness is not just a gift you give to others, it's a profound act of self-care. By letting go of grudges, you free up emotional space that is better used for fostering positivity and well-being. Start by acknowledging that holding on to bitterness harms you more than it affects the other person. This recognition is the first step toward healing. One effective way to begin the process of letting go is to write down your feelings about the grudge. What happened, how it made you feel, and why it's difficult to let go. Often just the act of writing can provide a sense of relief and a different perspective. Once you've articulated your feelings, make a conscious decision to forgive, not forget, and move forward. It doesn't mean you condone the behavior. It means you choose not to allow it to control your emotional well-being anymore. I invite you, the viewer, to think of one grudge or past hurt you're holding on to. What will it take for you to begin the process of letting it go? Sometimes it's about speaking to the person involved, but other times it's a private journey that involves reconciling with your feelings internally. Remember, forgiveness is a process, not a one-time act. It requires patience and compassion towards oneself. It's okay if it takes time, and it's okay to forgive at your own pace. Each step towards forgiveness is a step towards a lighter, happier you. As we move forward, consider how liberating it would feel to unload some of those old burdens. Envision the extra energy and peace you could have by simply deciding to let go. It's about making more room in your life for joy and less for old resentments. Stop ignoring your passions. As life progresses, it's not uncommon for many of us to put our passions and hobbies on the back burner, especially under the guise of being too busy or believing that certain activities are no longer suitable for our age. But neglecting your passions is like denying yourself a part of your identity that brings pure joy and fulfillment. Reconnecting with your interests or discovering new hobbies can significantly enrich your life. It's about allowing yourself the freedom to pursue what truly excites you, regardless of age. Whether it's painting, gardening, writing, or even picking up a new skill like photography or dancing, engaging in these activities can lead to increased happiness and a deeper sense of satisfaction. Begin by making a list of things you once loved doing or have always wanted to try. Choose one to start with and take a small step today. Maybe it's buying some art supplies, planting a new garden bed, or signing up for a class. The key is to make it accessible and enjoyable without any pressure to excel or compete. Now, I encourage you, the viewer, to pause this video and jot down at least one passion you'd like to revisit or explore. What's holding you back? More often than not, the only barriers are the ones we set for ourselves. Remember, engaging with your passions is not just about filling time, it's about enriching your life's quality. Studies show that people who engage in hobbies are less likely to suffer from stress, low mood, and depression. Activities that capture your attention and imagination can act as a natural antidote to stress and a gateway to enhance well-being. So why not give yourself permission to embrace those interests? Not only can this lead to personal growth, but it also offers opportunities to connect with like-minded individuals, which can be incredibly rewarding at any stage of life. Let this be the year you stop ignoring what makes your heart sing. Embrace your passions and watch as they unfold new layers of joy and fulfillment in your life. It's never too late to start, and the benefits can be truly transformative. Stop isolating yourself. Social connections are fundamental to our well-being, especially as we grow older. Isolation can be a silent creep into our lives, often brought on by retirement, the loss of family or friends, or even mobility issues. However, staying connected is not just beneficial for our emotional health. As we age, the temptation to withdraw can grow, particularly if you feel like your social roles are diminishing. Yet, the importance of maintaining and even forming new social connections cannot be overstated. Whether it's rekindling old friendships, joining new clubs or groups that share your interests, or even volunteering, each interaction adds a layer of richness to your life. Start by reaching out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while. A simple phone call, a letter, or even a text message can reopen doors that might have been closed for years. If mobility is a concern, the internet offers numerous ways to stay connected. Social media, video calls, and various online communities can provide a sense of belonging and interaction without the need to travel. I want to ask you, the viewer, when was the last time you reached out to someone just to catch up? If it's been a while, consider this a gentle nudge to do so. It's never too late to rekindle old friendships or start new ones. Social interactions are vital. They can boost your mood, provide support networks, and offer new perspectives on life. Furthermore, engaging in social activities can provide a sense of purpose and a feeling of being valued, which are crucial for maintaining self-esteem and a positive outlook on life. This doesn't mean you need to fill every minute of your day with social engagements, but finding a balance that suits your lifestyle and preferences is key. Let's make it a goal to initiate or accept at least one social interaction this week. It could be anything from attending a local event, calling an old friend, or joining a class that interests you. Each step towards connectivity is a step away from isolation and a step towards a fuller, happier life. Stop saying yes when you want to say no. One of the greatest freedoms of growing older should be the ability to live life on your own terms. Yet, so many of us continue to agree to things out of obligation, fearing that saying no might offend others or lead to missed opportunities. However, learning to say no is not only liberating, but also essential for prioritizing your health and happiness. It's important to recognize that your time and energy are precious, especially as you age. Every yes to something you don't truly want to do is a no to something you might truly enjoy or need time for, like resting or pursuing your own interests. Start by evaluating why you feel compelled to say yes. Is it habit, guilt, or perhaps fear of being judged? Understanding these motives can help you start to make changes. Here's a simple exercise. Next time you're asked to commit to something, take a moment to reflect before responding. Ask yourself, does this activity align with my values and current priorities? Will it bring me joy, or will it add stress? If it's the latter, it might be time to respectfully decline. I encourage you, the viewer, to practice this the next time you face a decision. Remember, saying no can be done kindly and respectfully without closing doors on future opportunities. It's about setting healthy boundaries that protect your well-being and allow you to devote more time to what truly matters to you. Moreover, people will respect your honesty and boundaries more than you might expect. Clear communication can prevent misunderstandings and build stronger, more authentic relationships. Each time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you reclaim a bit of your life. This act itself can be incredibly empowering. Let's make it a point to assess our commitments this week. Look at your calendar and identify at least one thing you agreed to that doesn't feel necessary or joyful. Consider if this is an opportunity to start saying no, and notice how it feels to make space for your true preferences. Stopping the automatic yes is a powerful adjustment to make in your later years. It helps ensure that your activities and interactions are meaningful and fulfilling, contributing to a richer, more joyful life. Stop fearing change. Change is a constant in life, yet it is something that many of us fear, especially as we get older. This fear can become a barrier to experiencing new joys and opportunities that can significantly enhance our lives. Embracing change, rather than fearing it, opens up a world of possibility. As we age, changes in our lifestyle, health, or social circles are inevitable. However, viewing these changes as opportunities rather than losses can transform our outlook on life. It starts with changing our mindset from one of apprehension to one of curiosity and openness. What new adventures could these changes bring? How might they enrich your life rather than diminish it? To begin adapting to change, try small steps. For instance, rearrange your living space, change your daily routine, or try a new food. Each small change can help build your confidence and show you that change can lead to positive outcomes. It's also beneficial to reflect on past changes that you initially resisted but later appreciated. This reflection can reinforce the idea that change can be a good thing. Now, I invite you, the viewer, to think about a recent change you faced. How did you react? Consider what would happen if you embraced change with enthusiasm instead of resistance. Remember, it's not about the magnitude of the change, but your attitude towards it. It's also important to stay proactive about change. Planning ahead for potential changes in health or living situations can reduce anxiety when those changes occur. Being prepared allows you to feel more in control and less fearful. Moreover, discussing your feelings about change with friends or family can be incredibly helpful. Sharing fears and hearing others' experiences and perspectives can provide comfort and new strategies for managing change. Let's challenge ourselves to approach one change this week with a positive attitude. Whether it's something small like trying a new restaurant or something bigger like starting a new hobby, embrace the change and see where it leads you. Embracing change rather than fearing it can dramatically improve your quality of life, making your later years richer and more fulfilling. It opens up new possibilities for growth, learning, and happiness. Stop worrying about others' opinions. As we grow older, it's natural to seek approval and validation from our social circles. However, an excessive concern over what others think can severely restrict our true potential and happiness. It's important to realize that as you age, the approval of others becomes less significant compared to your own peace of mind and self-satisfaction. It's time to embrace the freedom that comes with letting go of the need for external validation. This doesn't mean disregarding the feelings or advice of others altogether, but rather measuring your actions and decisions by your own standards and values. Start by reflecting on how often you make choices based on what you think will please others versus what you truly want. Is there a balance, or do you find yourself leaning too heavily on the side of pleasing others? To move away from this dependency, focus on building your self-confidence and self-awareness. Engage in activities that reinforce your strengths and values. For example, if you value creativity, spend time each week on a creative project just for the enjoyment it brings you, not for the accolades it might earn. I challenge you, the viewer, to make one decision this week purely based on your own preference, without considering others' opinions. It could be something as simple as wearing an outfit you love but think others might not, or choosing a restaurant that you like despite knowing it's not a popular choice among your friends. Remember, those who truly care for you will support your happiness and respect your choices. As you practice making decisions based on your own desires, you'll find that the fear of judgment diminishes and your personal satisfaction grows. Additionally, engage in positive self-talk. Remind yourself of your worth and achievements, irrespective of others' opinions. This practice can fortify your resolve to live authentically. Finally, surround yourself with supportive individuals who encourage you to be your best self. Their positive influence can help reinforce your path to more independent thought and action. Let's make today the day we start freeing ourselves from the weight of others' opinions. By focusing on what makes us genuinely happy and fulfilled, we pave the way for a richer, more contented life. As we reach the end of our journey today, let's reflect on the transformative steps we've explored together. We've discussed 7 crucial things to stop doing in order to live a more joyful and fulfilling life as we grow older. From letting go of the need to overplan every detail, to releasing grudges, reigniting our passions, stepping out of isolation, learning to say no, embracing change, and finally freeing ourselves from the concern over others' opinion. Embracing these changes doesn't just happen overnight. It requires mindfulness, persistence, and sometimes a gentle reminder to ourselves of the benefits that these changes bring. As we implement these steps, we not only enhance our own lives, but also set a powerful example for others around us on how to age with grace and joy. Remember, the goal isn't to completely overhaul your life suddenly, but to make gradual adjustments that lead to significant improvements over time. Each small decision to let go of an unhelpful habit contributes to a larger pattern of positive behavior that enhances your well-being. I encourage you to revisit this video occasionally as a reminder of the steps you can take to enhance your happiness. Share it with friends or family who might also benefit from letting go of these burdensome habits. Together, we can support one another in living our best lives, no matter our age. Thank you for joining me today. If you found any of these insights helpful, consider subscribing for more content aimed at making life's later years as fulfilling as possible. Take action today towards a lighter, more peaceful tomorrow. Embrace the joy that comes from living life on your own terms, and remember, every day is a new opportunity to be happier and more content.